Where do the sculptures come from?
What do people think of the campus sculptures?
And what's up with the fish?
We are StagTV, here to find out everything you didn't know about the sculptures around campus.
The University of Surrey is renowned for having a beautiful campus. As you explore the grounds, you'll probably notice some interesting sculptures.
Not only are the academic features prominent, such as the Surrey Stag, but there are also many other works of art around campus.
We'll take you on a tour around the university and show you some of the interesting sculptures, and maybe even answer some of your questions.
The Surrey Stag by Alan Sly is the university's landmark sculpture. Unveiled in 2009, this stylised version of the university's crest is at the entrance to the main university campus on Stag Hill.
And did you know that the current university logo was actually created from this sculpture? This sculpture was not made to match the logo.
Continuing around the main campus, we find two more sculptures. One of Sir Alan Turing carrying his books across campus, marking the 50th anniversary of his death. A second bronze sculpture, Knife Birds by Bridget McCrum, was inspired by African tribal knives seen in the British Museum in London. In 2004, Sir Idris Pearce unveiled this sculpture. Pearce also encouraged the then current Vice-Chancellor, Professor Patrick Dowling, to put aside funds for sculptures and landscapes.
The University Council decided some years ago that 1% of all new building contracts and 0.1% of alterations and conversions should be devoted to the provision of works of art and landscaping around the university. And it was capped at 50,000 a year. At the moment, there's no budget.
Inside the Austin Pearce building is a prominently placed bust of Austin Pearce by Tim Beswick. Not so obvious, hanging from the ceiling is an anatomically correct sculpture by Natalie Staniforth called The Trapeze Artist, which was sculpted in 1996.
The acrobat featured in an exhibition that Wimbledon had in the foyer of the National Theatre, where I saw it and decided it would look good in the Austin Pearce building. And we paid Natalie a small fee, which enabled her to pay her fare to Australia and set her off on a great career there. And her parents live in Guildford, so it was particularly appropriate.
Not all of the sculptures seem as obvious or realistic. Take for example the fish sculptures made from bicycle parts designed by Darren Greenhow.
The fish on a tricycle is a special request from the university.
The juggling unicycling fish was inspired by a woman who thought her life was a balancing act, constantly juggling conflicting demands.
And the final fish was inspired by the saying, "A woman needs a man as much as a fish needs a bicycle." So that is one mystery we've solved.
Fish are just a nice continuation of the Farrar campus. It's been taken lightly by all the Facebook groups that the uni has.
It could be a religious thing, we're all fishers of men and all that sort of thing.
I don't think it means anything. I think it's unusual, it's abstract, I like it. It doesn't have to mean anything for me.
Continuing with the theme of water, there are a number of sculptures around the lake. Spine 3 by Diane McLean was commissioned in 2004. The sculpture is dedicated to McLean's father, who was a surgeon. The sculpture is made out of stainless steel, which changes colour according to the light, but also reflects the surroundings. Another sculpture made out of stainless steel is the more abstract Narcissus by William Pye, inspired by a piece by Bernini in Florence.
William Pye, who is actually very famous for his water features, and he put in a piece at an exhibition the Guildford Arts have at the Yvonne Arnaud every year, and Narcissus was there. And I asked him about it, and he said it's been at Warwick University, but it doesn't necessarily have to go back there. So I said, oh, please may we have it? And so we got it on loan, and he particularly wanted it by the lake.
Commonly mistaken for a giant golf ball or buckyball, the geodesic dome is a design based on Platonic and Archimedean solids. It was gifted to the university in 1982 during the Space Structures Conference. Hidden at the edge of the lake is a bronze sculpture of 3 wolves entitled All the Gang Are Here, made by Carol Orwin of Guildford in 2007.
A perhaps more functional form of artwork are the walkways by Wimbledon College student Peter Jeffrey. The stickers attached to the windows of the bridges were put up in 1996 but were only meant to last for 3 months. They have obviously stood the test of time.
In the university's amphitheatre there is a stone sculpture donated to the university in memory of Sir David and Lady Orr by their daughters. The sculpture entitled Thinking of My Future by Christopher Chitfuya was unveiled in 2010. Close to this is the mural by Duncan Newton. The design of the 3 separate aluminium panels was funded by the Arts Council in 1980 and the materials given by the university.
At Manor Park there are some more sculptures. Outside the main reception is Triple Ripple by Diane McLean. Unveiled in 2008 by Professor Brian Falconbridge, the sculpture at night is lit by constantly changing lighting effects. Also on the Manor Park campus is the Spiral by McCrum. The sculpture is made from Clipsham stone and was donated to the university by Julie Arnold in memory of her husband.
Aside from sculptures, there are also many other artistic features on campus. For example, have you ever noticed the university crest hidden here in the paving? There are also a number of old street signs, an old lamppost and a ceramic mural near to the Students' Union. If you want to find out more about artwork on campus, the Lewis Elton Gallery hosts exhibitions throughout the year.
And we're due to have another exhibition in the autumn on the theme of light as an all-encompassing subject, but it's based on the fact that 2015 is the International Year of Light.
It'd be nice to make something of the amphitheatre thing.
I'd like to see more artworks on buildings. I think they look a bit plain. I think they could use a bit of liveling up.
If it's outside, something like this, a nice metal sculpture is always nice, but weatherproof as well.
Hazel Farm. Spent my first year there, there's nothing there.
I would have loved to have commissioned new sculpture for the 5G building and for the vet school, but the 5G architects, Scott Talon Walker, are donating to the university and we just have to pay the cost of making it. And also wonderful collection of mobile phones right from the beginning, which has been put together by one of our professors called Stephen Temple, which he is donating to the university.
We hope you enjoyed our tour around campus sculptures.
You've been watching StagTV.